it
It
sounds
sounds
so
so much
good.
better, dude. I could sit back with this thing like this.
All right, theme song's playing. Don't speak, cause the theme song is playing. So shut your fucking mouth. I'm super serious.
It's the only way we're gonna get Tyler to watch a whole episode.
Tyler doesn't watch it all, does he?
No, I don't think so. He says he does too. He's tuned into a couple, but dude, it's hard to listen to somebody that you know, because if you know them, dude, it's
hard to listen to somebody when you know they're lying.
when they're lying. I don't know what you call it. I just know the noise it makes when it lies.
Thank you, sweetheart.
That was such a good movie.
What movie was that?
Tropic Thunder.
Oh, I gotta rewatch that.
Bro,
So
I've
good.
rewatched that movie so many times. It is seriously one of the funniest, like, good one-liners. It's really corny in a lot of ways too, dude, but that is one of those
Yeah,
movies.
but you know what? That movie came out like right at the end of when that kind of humor was like overall socially acceptable. You know what I mean? That's still at the end of when that real silliness, like that was like right at the end of like the Will Ferrell's golden age. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, think about the character Tom Cruise played. The character Tom Cruise played, the character that all these different people played. Like, look at what Robert Downey Jr. did for that movie, dude. When they were ever,
you
like,
can't do that now, dude. There's
yeah,
no
you can.
way.
You can't. Yeah, you can. You got to get the right person to do it. It's got to be portrayed the right way. Right now, you know what? Now, you probably couldn't do that.
2017, I think, was the start of when you can no longer put anybody in blackface, no matter how much you're joking.
But you can't. What are you going to say? You can't do whiteface?
Well, that's exactly what was going to be my point. I think the whole idea of not being able to do blackface is so dumb.
Well, yeah. What about if somebody
get it.
identifies as somebody of a different race?
Well, that's also dumb. I don't buy that, man. If
don't
I just
buy into
decided
that,
I identify as a black person, you're not going to say I'm totally like full of shit.
Of course I am, but that's
Okay.
because I'm saying it to you. If somebody legitimately, well,
Somebody
listen,
you
this is the
don't
thing.
know.
Like, if all of a sudden you were like, yeah, no, because that's not you.
Well, what if I decided
Well,
it was me? Isn't that what it's all about? You can just decide that you're something else.
I almost said something racist as a joke, and I pulled back from saying it. I almost said to you, well, I wouldn't hang out with you because I don't hang out with any black guys. I don't have any black friends. I don't know
Oh
what it's
yes,
like.
that's a callback to a previous episode where we mentioned that we accidentally don't have black friends. Not by choice. It just hasn't
Totally.
happened
Just-
that way.
I used to. I had like one of my trainer at the gym I used to go to. My trainer was a black guy. He was great. He was fantastic. Yeah. That's so funny though. No, I get it. You can't do blackface, but at the same time, like, dude, I would love to see Chappelle do a white dude again.
Oh,
Damn it,
I want
Rondell. There's a white man talking up here. That
I
like,
want-
this shit's funny, man.
Dude, I want them to come back. I want them to. There is potential. There is a glimmer of hope that Netflix could do some sort of Chappelle Show revival because he's like totally up in there with Netflix now.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of his new specials?
I haven't. No, I really haven't watched anybody.
Honestly,
what was last?
It's good. If you like old Dave Chappelle, it's good, but it's a little different because now he's like really settled into being rich and famous.
Right.
And a lot of his jokes are about that, which is kind of weird. It's much less observational as it was before, or like telling stories, and it is like that too. But a lot of it is very, very. It's clearly adjacent to his life as a rich, famous person.
But since his last comedy, his stand-up comedy,
It's been
he's become
forever.
And he's become rich and famous.
Yeah, but he's not any more rich and famous right now than he was at the peak of Chappelle's show.
I'm talking about.
Or he might be richer.
No.
Yeah,
Chappelle's show separate from his old stand-up.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I thought we were talking about. Chappelle's show aside.
Right. Chappelle's show aside.
Skit comedy's completely. Well,
I mean, his classic stand-up is like, it's like some of the best stand-up that's out there, but it is him, being like just a person in the world versus a rich, famous person dealing with Hollywood and fame and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
funny, man.
He's so good.
So anyway, back to Tropic Thunder. Speaking of not doing blackface because Dave Chappelle isn't doing whiteface anymore.
Ugh.
Dude, there's a scene in that movie, and I got to tell you this because I feel like you remember this, dude, but it was when I can't think of the actor's name, man. He's the skinny dude from This Is the End that came to visit Seth Rogen.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Can't think of the guy's name.
I don't know his name, but I know
Josh,
I know exactly what you're
Josh
talking about.
Josh
He looks like a Josh, yeah.
Could be a Josh. He's like, they're in the movie, right? They're all hiking. And it's part of like when they're in the jungle and everything like that, and he's
Mhm.
just like rambling on about like, and and like the PlayStation 2 is very much different than the PlayStation, and it's just like this montage of him just talking about video games and the video game world and everything like that, and Robert Downey Jr. just kind of hiking, he like turns around, he's like, "You've been talking to me this whole time?" He's like, just the look on his face, Robert Downey Jr. is like, and like you could the way he's portraying an Australian actor that's gotten a pigment change to play a black guy from the 70s in Vietnam, and it was like you almost feel like in that scene, dude, Robert Downey Jr.'s brain was so in character that in his mind he goes, "Motherfucker, talking to me? You've been talking to me this whole time." Like the way, dude, and the kid was just kind of like, "Well, I mean, I'm just kind of talking to the group." It was
Dude, yeah, I just rewatched parts of that movie recently, like
so
just the
good, dude.
beginning, and I'm like, God damn, it's good.
Such a hilarious movie.
Yeah.
All
it
right,
really
so
is.
yeah, I want to bring Notion back to the fact that
Yeah,
I'm drinking
we
a little
we both coincidentally
whiskey
are
and
not
Coke.
drinking beer. We're both drinking.
not drinking beer.
Yeah.
This is the first for Super Cereal.
Hmm.
It's about to go down.
Oh shit.
Right. And it's
Speaking
been
of
a while.
movies, it has. Yeah, I guess
It's
we should
been a
address
while.
that
You
to
would
everybody
expect
who's
it's
been
2 weeks.
to everyone who's been champing at the bit
Yeah.
for an episode. It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
Life's been happening. I had my mom come and visit, so I spent some time with her. We had a
Yep.
ton of fun,
Yep.
and that's why we didn't do one last week.
Yeah. Just didn't.
Yep.
It was weird though. It seems like it feels like it's really been so much.
Feels
longer.
like it's been a
thinking
month,
back-
dude.
Thinking back on it though, as I'm thinking about it, it's like, yeah, because it was Tuesday, the day before my birthday, and today is Cameron's birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Cam.
That's pretty, dude. That's pretty dope. Pretty dope. My son turned 2 today, but it's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
dope.
cool.
Timing wise, that's how that worked out. That's cool.
Yeah.
Feel like we should do that every year if we continuously do this for a month or every week.
I have no
Only
plan.
take that time off.
I have no
but yeah,
plan
dude,
to
tons
stop.
happened, man. I had so much fun, dude. I had so much fun for my birthday week. It was fantastic.
That's great. Yeah,
Um,
you ate like
Cameron's-
50 wings and
No, dude, it was like 100.
yeah, but between a few people.
Yeah, it was like 100. It was like 100 wings between 4 of us. So
I don't think
25
I could
wings
eat
each.
25 wings.
Oh, I couldn't either. I got through it. We still
And
didn't
you're
even get-
about twice the size of me.
Yeah. And they were good hearty wings, dude. And bro, I went
Oh,
in
are
hard
they?
in the paint with like the hot stuff, dude. It was like
Mm,
it wasn't hot, dude. But then of course, I
Over.
was not enjoying the evening of my birthday
Oh,
at all.
you mean your butthole wasn't enjoying the evening?
Oh, dude, I think I just kind of got over it, dude.
Yeah, it was.
It's like one of those things where it's like when you're done, you're all cleaned up, but you still go down and you sit gingerly onto the couch.
Gingerly. The yeah, your butthole did not appreciate that birthday present.
No, but I didn't even think about it. I really didn't. I'm like, these wings are nothing, and they really weren't that hot.
Yeah.
Like I ate a triple X habanero wing.
No, thank you.
But-
Are you familiar with the web series Hot Ones?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dude,
With
it's so good. Sean Evans.
Sean Evans.
Shout out to Sean Evans, my sort of doppelganger right now with my current look.
Yeah.
He's a little.
Oh,
No,
that's
he's
weird.
clean though. He's to the skin.
Yeah, he is.
I'm Sean.
He's
Evans.
funny
I'm
though,
not
dude.
funny.
I literally just watched a video with him and Harley Mortensen from
Yeah.
the Too Hot for Your Dad ribs or something like that. That
No,
was good. That was
Harley.
funny.
No, you're talking. Wait, isn't the Harley guy the dude that did those crazy
Epic Food
food?
Time.
Yeah, Epic Food. Yeah, what is it?
Yeah,
Epic
Epic
food.
Food Time.
Epic Food Time. Epic Meal Time. Epic Meal Time.
Mealtime.
Yeah, Epic Meal Time. That's what
That
it
dude's
is.
hilarious.
Yeah, he's
I've been
good.
watching him
They
for
fell
years,
off a
man.
little bit.
I
they're
just think
not-
I stopped watching him.
Well, you know
think
what? I
they've
say
been
they
going
fell
hard in the
off,
paint. He's a
but
stand-up comic too.
Is he?
Yeah,
No shit.
pretty sure he's a stand-up
Well,
comic.
what I mean is that their videos used to get millions of views regularly. They only get like 700,000 views per video now. That's
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure out of the majority of your views, I'm probably a quarter of them.
yeah. And I'm the other 3/4.
Yeah. This is literally for us.
Yeah, that's okay.
And I don't care. I love it.
I don't care at all.
Nope.
I need to turn my dang volume
Yeah,
down.
so I'm pumped about the mic. It does. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm glad we finally got it. Yeah, so apologies to everyone. Oh, damn it. Sorry about that, everybody.
There was only one. There's no need to apologize. It was literally one situation where we had, and it wasn't even like major technical difficulties.
No,
it just didn't sound
we
the
didn't
best.
realize the mic wasn't on.
Yeah.
It was either on and not work or whatever. But it works great. So thanks to your lovely wife who hooked you up with your professional podcast kit.
Dope, yo. I'm pumped.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
real
dude.
pumped about it.
I think I might try to do a podcast with Brett on Thursday.
Cool. That's
Mhm.
sweet. I was joking with him today, man, because he's not a very not a real talkative guy.
No.
So I'm like, of course, every time he's around and he's not talking, we're all bullshit. And I'm like, Brett, if you don't stop cutting people off, stop talking over people, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna get real pissy.
Well, what's funny, dude, is he's a very opinionated guy.
Very opinionated guy, dude, and I think Brett is very smart.
He's a very smart guy. Yeah, I do too, man.
Guy. He's on the ball with shit, dude. I really, yeah, he's got a very. I'm looking forward to seeing him outside of work, but at the same time, like, you know,
I've seen him outside of work plenty of times. He's not super talkative. The reason I even knew that he had this like smart, opinionated like person inside him is because of this Snapchat. He'll go on Snapchat and do like 5-6 snaps long, just ranting about some sports thing or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he'll just go off, and he'll do it, or he'll do like a Trump impression for like 5 snaps long, or he'll do like a Bill Belichick impression, like with the face on, like with a filter that makes him look like Bill Belichick or something. I think he does a Bill Belichick one. I know he does a Trump one. His Trump impression, it's not spot on, but it's close enough that you know who it is, and it's hilarious.
That's cool.
He does good. He can do the gesticulation, and he does the what would you call it? The vocal mannerisms. Like he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
That's good.
And you know what's funny is that was like I wanted to somehow bring that up. I wanted to have him do that on the podcast at some point. Why don't you? Well, what was funny was when we had that talk the other day to, you know, test out our chemistry or whatever. It just came up accidentally, and I was like, yeah, it would be like if Trump said blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, please take the floor and give us your Trump saying. Well, I don't remember what the conversation was. And then he did it, and it was hilarious. And
that's great.
It was so great that it happened by accident. It wasn't forced at all.
That's good.
But yeah, but anyway.
So all right, so there you go. So that'll be a fun one for me to watch, because I've watched a good amount of yours and Johnny's.
Me and Johnny have great.
It is, dude. I want to interject. And the other thing I find too, is I did it a couple times, is that, and it might actually be a good thing, but I've been trying consciously to not do it, is to start talking about other things in the other podcasts. But
what do you mean?
Think, like, to bring up other subjects that you guys have already talked about and everything like that, and only add something more that's not really any more substance to what you guys have already laid out.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I don't want to bring up subjects that you guys have already gotten to, like, into the nitty gritty of, and then I bring something up about it and we get down to the same path anyway. I don't want to create redundancies, because if my opinions, you know,
it's tough too, because you got to kind of balance the line between like the podcasts sometimes calling back to each other and there being through lines, but also each one kind of has to be a standalone thing as well, in case somebody just drops in and listens to one. You know, it doesn't have to be, it can't be a prerequisite that you have to know about other conversations we have.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, enough podcast talk. I know one thing we wanted to talk about a little bit was the new Thor movie.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I actually was going to bring that up. I was thinking about bringing that up.
Well, we're on the topic of movies, so.
This is one of the things that I wish you did. I wish you didn't tell me that it was a comedy hidden inside of a superhero movie hidden inside of a comedy, because you and I are very much on the same page with movies for the most part.
Yeah.
You and I've always watched movies together. We've always enjoyed the same kind of humor, action, you know, satires and stuff like that.
Sure.
We would always find the same funny things,
right,
or entertaining things.
Yeah,
so
and I guess
you told me that.
Yeah,
my mind was like, "Oh, this is going to be jokes. Fun," which wasn't a bad thing.
Yeah, but it would have been better if you were surprised like I was to find out that it's just packed full of jokes, dude.
Packed full of comedy.
Like the first 5 minutes, I'm like dying.
Are you serious? Yeah. I was dying.
When he's like spinning around on the chain.
Wait,
like,
wait.
Hold on. What? Oh, I'm almost there. Okay, go ahead.
Almost around. Go ahead. What'd you say? Dude, that was a fantastic scene, too.
It really was, dude.
When that guy stood up and walked towards him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was like,
that's
whoa.
That's one of those things where you're, you know, hi, babe. That's one of those things and one of those moments where. I know. I get it. Love you. That's one of those moments where it first happens. You're never going to get that same feeling again where you went, whoa. holy crap, that was awesome. You know, because it did. It threw you right off. It seemed like he was sitting right there to him.
Yeah. So that movie was great. If you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, it was
awesome.
really great. It was a fun movie. It's hilarious. And you know what? I think the takeaway from that movie is that superhero movies are now a legit like genre, I guess. Or it's not even like they're a genre, because now it's so what happened was you have all these basic like styles of movies, right? And then you had like the parallel I'm trying to draw is like you
These are like the end game movies. I feel like to
no,
me,
no, no, no,
like,
no,
that's
no,
what I'm saying.
no. I'm trying to make a completely different point. What I'm saying is that when zombie movies came around, right? They were scary, suspenseful, and they got gorier and gorier. And then someone's like, "Hey, we can make a zombie movie, but it doesn't have to be scary. It can be funny, or we can make a zombie movie and it can be like a kind of weird like love story, and there just happen to be zombies that they're dealing with. You know what I mean? So it spread out and permeated all these other genres. So now it's like I don't even know what to call it. It's like it's took on a whole new meaning as a type of movie. You know what I mean? Like there's and then now superhero movies have done the exact same thing. Now a superhero movie can be like Logan, which was like a tearjerker, like drama.
Yeah, that was yeah. Somebody freaking ruined that movie for me too.
Really? What did they say?
And this is the thing, man. I worked with this kid 4 years, and I told him, listen, man, when I can watch a trailer of a movie, and I can like, I'm really good at predicting.
Yeah, like I'll watch half a trailer and be like, "That's it. I definitely want to see the movie."
I can't watch anymore because I'm like, my brain just goes.
Yeah, it tries to figure it out. You can't control it.
Like I just said to you, what difference does it make that you told me Thor Ragnarok was somewhat of a comedy hidden inside of Earth?
You would have figured it out immediately.
I would have figured it out immediately. And this is the thing, though. All he said to me, he was like, "Yeah, man, it was like, it's like sad,
It's bittersweet, Yeah.
And I was like, "Go fuck like instantaneously."
Yeah, you're like,
I was like,
Wolverine.
"Dude, go fuck yourself, bro."
Yeah.
He was like, "What?" And I'm like, "You know why?"
You know what though? You know what? All right, spoiler alert. Skip 30 seconds, but you can tell from the trailer that Wolverine dies. Like for sure. For sure you can tell. They played Johnny Cash hurt, dude. Like it's clearly a Wolverine dying movie. That you even see him get injured in the trailer. You can see that he can get hurt now in the trailer. And you're like, yeah, he's going to. And then it starts to build on like, okay, he's for sure going to sacrifice himself for this little girl. You figured out halfway through the movie anyway.
Yeah, but dude, this is the thing though, is it's a superhero movie.
Yeah. And
it's him.
Mm-hmm.
They're heroes. They're superheroes. Jake.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
I guess they're just other.
They don't die.
Oh, and Wolverine notoriously really doesn't
die.
Yeah.
So even if.
But knowing that it's the last movie that Hugh Jackman's gonna play Wolverine, everybody knew that going into the movie. The trailer's like super dramatic and sad. Odds are.
Understandable.
I would have bet.
Oh,
just a quick little note. Careful putting your drink down, because I can hear it. It vibrates the springs on your arm, the arm for your.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can hear that, which means it's being recorded. So just be. What I do is I keep something soft.
I'm gonna actually start slamming my hands now.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you why. It was a bad spoiler.
Bye, listeners.
Yeah. They don't care. They might like that. That's entertaining. Maybe I'll just come on here, dude, and like subtly annoy you slightly more and more and more.
Yeah, sure. And then I'll just find somebody else to be on the podcast, and you can use your microphone for recording farts or some stupid shit. I don't know.
Because I wouldn't be able to record things better than farts. You're a jerk. You're such a jerk.
Record like your kid talking or something stupid and boring like that.
Oh, the burn.
Oh, sick burn, bro.
Oh.
Went after the kid.
Ain't right,
no,
dude.
I love Cameron. He's great. He can't defend himself, though. I'll wait till he's a little older.
He can throw a ball pretty good already, though.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Because last time I was there, no, not so great.
Chucking a ball, dude.
Throw it straight at the ground with both hands.
That's called dropping?
Right. A.K.A. a really bad throw.
A really bad throw, yeah.
But yeah, so what I was saying is that, I mean, what is it, the New Mutants, that movie that's coming out? That's a horror movie? That's an X-Men movie? The New Mutants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Was it?
so
Yeah.
now it's like comedy, action, drama, horror, like
Horror.
it's a little bit of everything, you
I
know.
see what you're saying. I see
So,
what you're
and I don't
saying.
really know exactly. I don't have the movie vocabulary, like the filmmaking vocabulary, to say what I'm trying to say. But like these things
You're not
start
that
off.
pretentious. You don't need it.
I'm just saying that like I know that there's a word or phrase for the point I'm trying to make. But what I'm saying is that these types of movies start out as a movie, and then
A
someone's like,
certain
oh, I
type.
could do something else with that story, and then it spreads out, and someone twists the genre a little bit, and then turns, you know what I mean, that all starts to meld together into,
Well, that's true.
you know, because like apocalypse movies are like the same thing too. There's funny ones, there's drama ones, you know, there's really scary ones,
Yeah,
you
you got
know.
a point.
I
Huh?
guess
Yeah,
it would
there's
be
more stuff. Yeah.
a theme within a genre. I don't really
Themed
know.
movie. I don't know. Whatever.
You understand what I'm trying to say,
I
though.
know what you're saying though. It does,
Yeah.
and it does make sense because I was thinking about it in the aspect of like, dude, I don't need any other movies anymore.
Yeah,
Like I
exactly.
enjoy superhero movies to the point where it's like I was looking forward. That Ragnarok movie was like the only movie I'd wanted to see for a long time.
Really?
That I was like, I can't wait for. I missed it in the theaters. I'm like, I can't wait for this. I'm so excited, dude. I
That's
remember
awesome.
I went.
I didn't know you were so pumped.
Oh, dude, I was really pumped
Because I
to
got
see
to
that
tell you,
movie.
I really only wanted to see Thor just so I didn't miss any of the Marvel movies so I can watch Avengers Infinity War.
Which is smart.
Yeah, I just
I
want to
watched
know
that
what's going on because they're doing all the Infinity Stone
Smart.
stuff,
They
blah, blah,
see that's the
blah.
thing. Yeah, they do such a good job tying it in. But it was one of the first movies that I was really excited to see in a long time. And I'm talking about like any types of movies.
Right.
It was the only thing in the back. And like, dude, you know what a big Star Wars fan I am.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
legit, dude. I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Mhm.
I didn't even see the last one. Still haven't even seen the Last Jedi, dude. Haven't
Well,
seen it.
I'll tell you what, it's really good.
See, dude.
Dude,
I've heard
I want
people on so many different ends of the spectrum.
well, listen, this is what I'll say to you. And you know, like we just said, you and I do have just about the same taste in movies.
Yeah.
I was about maybe halfway or three-quarters of the way through that movie, and I was feeling all the feels, dude. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? This makes me 100% sure that I am definitely a movie person.
Yeah.
Like watching this movie and the way this movie's making me feel and the appreciation I have for what went into making this movie and the story that they're telling and how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I am like I don't, it's hard for me to even describe how I felt, but I just got that feeling of like I think I maybe need to start taking deeper dives into movies because I clearly do have a very, very deep appreciation for a movie that pulls off what it's trying to pull off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I love that, dude. There's nothing better
Because
than
well, sometimes I wonder, like, because I enjoy watching movies, and I've been wondering for a long time, like, how much do I really enjoy it? Like, could I really get into analyzing movies and stuff like that if I wanted to, or do I just like to do I like to watch movies as a way to just kill a little bit of time and relax and chill?
No, you and I, dude. You and I.
Well, but I have to say I wasn't 100% sure about my position on that until I watched The Last Jedi. And I was
Okay.
like, oh shit, no, for real. Like, this is 100%. I am, like, for sure. I'm definitely a movie buff who just hasn't spent a lot of time watching a lot of movies. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, there are people who, like, watch a movie, like, every other night and have seen all the classics and blah, blah, blah. There's a ton of crazy, like, awesome movies that I haven't seen. But I definitely have that bone. You know what I mean? That if I went down that road, I would be like a crazy movie like person.
Yeah. Oh, movies are so good.
They're so good, dude. You got to see The Last Jedi, man. It's really good.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
But do yourself a
the,
favor though, and only watch it when you can watch it uninterrupted.
Oh no, dude.
You know
if
what I
I'm into
mean?
Star Wars,
Because
I'm
it's
not, I'm
it's a
gonna-
feel. It'll make you feel the feels, dude. It's a good
The,
movie, man.
Well, this is the thing that pisses me off is I've seen every one I was physically able to see, except for this one in the theater.
Oh yeah.
Every
I don't
single
think
one.
I saw
I saw all
1,
the
2. I don't think I
original
saw 1, 2, and 3 in theaters. Did you see? You saw the original ones in theaters that came out before you were born?
all the movies that I was able to physically see.
Oh, that you were able to. Gotcha. Okay.
Do you need a pen and or pad?
Can you give me one?
Um,
Yeah. But yeah, it's good, man.
The Force Awakens, dude, I loved it. I really did like
Force
Rogue
Awakens
One.
was
Thought
great.
Rogue One was fantastic, but I don't think it compared
It's a
to
good
the Force Awakens
placeholder
at
for a
all.
year. It's a good placeholder for a year that a regular Star Wars movie didn't come
Yeah,
out.
dude. Like the Force Awakens was, even thinking about it now, dude. That scene when she pulled that lightsaber out of the snow and it flew past Kylo Ren, and she caught it.
Mm-hmm.
That John Williams music started.
And you're
dude.
like, oh, she's a Jedi. Oh.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I literally got chills just thinking about it. That to me was probably, in my opinion, as a Star Wars fan throughout my life, that was probably the most memorable moment out of any of them. That I was just like, I love these films.
Dude, the
I
scene.
love the mindset of these films. I love what these films are portraying. I love the
dude.
story. I love
You
the
know
good
what
and
it really
evil
comes down
aspect of
to
it.
at this point, too, dude? And that's the thing. You got to think about what was really at stake when The Force Awakens came out. Because prior to that, the last movie, Star Wars movie that had come out, major motion picture, was the shitty episodes 1, 2, and 3 that everybody fucking hates unanimously.
I do not hate those movies.
Well, I got to
And
tell you,
those
I don't
movies-
have an opinion.
One reason why. You ready? They gave us Darth Maul.
Yeah, Darth Maul's super badass, dude. That double-ended lightsaber.
That scene right there, dude, when he sits there and he turns on that double lightsaber the first time, and those doors slowly open and that
I don't
music
know.
starts.
I've only seen those movies one time each. I have to rewatch them.
I get it in a lot of aspects.
What it-
Why that movie? The reason why I don't like those movies, looking back on them now, dude, is because it was so filled with CGI. You look back now, and because it was,
I think that was the main criticism, is that the first 3 Star Wars movies that ever came out did crazy shit. Well, yeah, it's all practical effects, and they pulled off some wild shit. It was revolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
And then episodes 1, 2, and 3 come out, and they're like, yeah, just CGI everything, it'll be fine. And it wasn't fine.
No, and it wasn't fine.
And
It was
I think
good.
there's a lot of weird plot shit too. I think a lot of the plot stuff doesn't make a lot of sense from what I understand.
Such as,
I
I'm just
honestly
curious
can't.
because I can't really think.
I
of,
honestly can't speak on it, but I've heard things about like decisions that people make are not consistent and stuff like that. I don't know, weird shit like that.
Yeah. Not only
I
that,
mean,
but dude, Natalie Portman was.
I was just gonna say I ain't hating on Natalie Portman though. I ain't hating
on Natalie Portman, bro.
I ain't
That's
hating
so
on Natalie
awesome,
Portman.
dude. We just went there at the same time. That's that. What do you call it? That around the world consciousness.
Yeah, dude. I had the exact same second.
Next step of evolution right there, bro.
Yeah,
'Cause
right.
Me and you, right at our brains at the same time, and both of us said it right at once. Like,
Yep. I was just about to say, dude, but I
ain't
ain't hating on Natalie Portman.
She was in Thor. She was in the first 2 Thors.
Yes, she was. She was.
Oh, no.
Oh, she's in that new movie, Annihilation.
Oh, Annihilation. I heard that movie.
I read the books.
What is it about?
All right.
Annihilation? Don't even tell me. There's books. I'm gonna read them.
Well, here's the problem. Yeah, read the books. They're not long. I couldn't finish the 3rd book. It's 3 books. I couldn't finish it, dude. It got so dry.
Oh, really?
So dry. The first book is good because the whole time you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then in the second book, you're like, I think I kind of get what's going on now. And then by the 3rd book, you're like, where's this even going? Where's this even going? Yeah. But the problem is the first book is called Annihilation and the movie's called Annihilation, but very clearly the movie spans parts outside of the first book, like into the second and third book.
From what you've seen in the trailers and stuff.
Just from the trailer, there's scenes that happen there that do not happen in the first book.
Oh, okay.
Like the husband, very clearly you see her.
Dude, honestly, very, very, very.
Well, you can see a man. You can see that there's a man. There's no.
Jake, I really didn't even. I don't think I've ever even seen any of the trailers.
Well,
I just heard
whatever.
About the movie.
Her husband's is in the movie, not in the first book at all. You know nothing. You don't meet. It's super weird, and I'm curious too because nobody has a name in the books.
Okay.
It's just really weird. The whole idea is like something happened. There's
not like the thing that we do now as people, dude. We just start making movies about nothing now.
Well, that's
the new movies that are out there now, Jake. Is that constant fucking shadow in the corner that never comes to light? I don't.
Well, that's the thing about the book is that it really strings you along and keeps you interested because enough weird shit happens that you're like, what the fuck? And I still don't quite understand what the fuck the books are even about. Like, there's a thing. There was an event, and some weird shit happened inside this contained area, and they keep sending people in to analyze it, and
Nobody
they all
comes
keep
out.
fucking dying. And that's the plot, is that her husband went in, died, and then she goes in on another team to try and find more stuff out, and like there's all this crazy secrecy and conspiracy, and like, but I still don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I think
sucks.
yeah, it's
Dude,
super weird, dude.
that's hard, man. When like so that's one of the things about books, man. You never know what you're getting into, bro.
Yeah.
Freaking.
It was just recommended to me on Audible, and I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. And then next thing I know,
Yeah, you're
Or I
2
think-
books in.
or did I see? No, I definitely saw. I think what happened was I saw that there was a movie coming out based on a book called Annihilation,
And you dove in.
and I dove in before the trailer was out.
Okay.
I think it was before the trailer was out. I don't know, but point being that the movie seems very different from the book, and it's already out. I want to see it, and I'm curious if it's even any good. I hope it's better than the book, because the book was like, it was interesting. I don't know. If you got the time, check it out.
Maybe I will. I just finished a book. I'm reading another one already, but
What'd you finish?
I just finished In the Company of Heroes. It was pretty good. It was about the pilot that got caught in Somalia in the movie Black Hawk Down. It was like his real
Oh,
story.
okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That was a
pretty
crazy
intense.
movie.
It was a crazier book, bro.
Yeah.
You remember? Well, you remember the fighter pilot? You remember the helicopter pilot that went down? Mickey
vague-
Buns from Drop Dead Fred.
I don't remember a
That
whole
was the
lot.
actor that played.
I just
him. Well,
remember there's
dude,
crazy scenes where like they're trying to pull the guy's tendon out of his artery out of his leg to cauterize it or something, or some
yeah,
crazy.
That was
It's
a
just
totally
movies just.
different team of
But that movie is just full of crazy scenes of like people dying horrifically.
Yes, and that's pretty much what the book kind of went over, but it was more so just about the helicopter pilots and the helicopter teams.
Oh, okay.
So that was an intense one, and then I just picked up another one about a bunch of special op spies and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
like during today's war. I really haven't even gotten into it. I got to get back to the library. I've had it for 3 weeks, dude. And dude, the whole book is blacked out. Like,
What?
he starts talking about stuff, Jake, and I'm not even kidding
Like
you, bro. It's
redacted?
like it'll be like this, and it's like redacted.
What?
It's like tons, dude. And like this is the thing is in a lot of ways, I understand it, of course.
The book
100%.
itself, or does the book have like scans of documents that have redacted?
The book itself has been redacted.
What?
The information that the guy specifically put out and talked about the people and the places and the times and what went on. His book was actually taken in and said, no, you're not publishing this yet. And they were like,
Whoa.
what do you want to? You can publish it like this. And he was just like, just publish it.
Fine, fuck it.
Because I think that's what happened is he finally got to the end game and he was like, this is how I'm putting this book out. And they were like, you could put it out like this. And he was like, all right.
Whoa.
Because I don't think just getting the few, now this is going to make me read this book when we're done tonight. It's good. It's a good book.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good book, dude. I'm digging it. It's fast paced, but I just haven't sat down and done anything with it for a while.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and I even said it to myself, I said, dude, you'll start reading that book Wednesday and you'll be done with it by Saturday.
I have a book I just started reading. I think I might do something with the podcast with it. I haven't decided what.
Oh, you're going to start a book club?
No.
Super serial
No,
book
I think
club.
I might
We meet
just
every
read-
Sunday.
I think
Oprah said she's coming.
guys, Oprah. The Oprah.
I almost feel like I want to put the freaking shield on this thing.
No, I think I'm not hearing any popping really. As long as if you don't.
I think I'm more worried about me spitting on it when I get close.
Oh,
Joke
yeah.
around.
Well, the
Can you
top
still hear me good right here?
and not as good.
Not as good. This is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta put that thing right up to your mouth, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
Mine's just out of frame. It's literally like 4 inches from my mouth. It's like
See,
it's right.
that's
It's
why you
right
hang
here.
so low, dude.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
your
right
chin
here.
Is like, well, you're smaller than I am.
Yeah, the mic is literally right here. I don't.
That's awesome.
I didn't even do that on purpose.
Yeah, just happened.
It just happened.
Somebody else, dude, years ago, somebody gave me a recommendation of a book, dude, and I loved this book. It was awesome. It's about these two brothers. One of the brothers won the lotto.
Is that the Four Brothers?
What?
The movie Four Brothers? Is that based on the
No.
book you're talking about?
Not at all. No, totally different book. Why would you say that? I said there were these brothers. I didn't say
So
four
there were
brothers.
two. So there were two brothers.
There were two brothers.
I don't know. They're not even brothers in the movie.
I like you more when you're on stouts.
In Four Brothers, they're not even really brothers. 3 of them are white, 1 of them's black.
Whatever, dude.
Marky Mark is in it.
I don't think I saw that.
One of his Tyrese, Marky Mark.
Tyrese is in it.
Yeah, dude.
I did see that. Yeah.
Great movie. Great movie.
That was a good movie.
At least one of them dies in the movie.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I think.
All right, so maybe it was written after the book. I don't know, or maybe the book was written. It's later on. Tyrese is still there, and so is Mark Wahlberg. Okay, now Mark Wahlberg. What happens is, dude, is he wins the lotto. And him and Tyrese had a falling out. Okay. So Wahlberg goes off, dude, and just buys and makes gets tons and tons of gold and makes his own gold coins. Okay. And then after he does this, it was like $2 million or something like that in gold. And then all of a sudden, shit hits the fan around the fucking planet, and like everything is destroyed. Okay. Okay. The city still exists and everything like that, but it was just mass chaos for years. But this dude was just in a bunker holding off with it, and then he ends up coming out, getting his brother, finding his brother. Mm-hmm. The two of them start like this community. Okay. With the gold they had, they were able to trade because monetary system's broken down, but gold is still sought after for whatever reason.
That's weird.
Okay. It is, but why would
gold not be sought after if there's nothing to do with it?
What do you mean? It's trade, dude.
Yeah, but why would you trade for gold?
Why did we originally trade for gold?
It was just. I mean, you could. Because it's shot. Well,
it's
no, I don't think we
it.
did. We didn't originally trade for gold. The earliest money was like shells or something. It was just a placeholder for value.
So why do shells matter? It doesn't matter, dude. It's something that any monetary system only works because it's what people want, and they feel that it's something that can be bartered with well.
It's because you can break it down into. It's harder to break a cow down into tradable units. Instead, you just say.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway.
God. So once Wahlberg does this stupid idea he had to make everything gold and get money, but he ends up building this community, dude, and it was really cool. And it was like certain people that come into it, and they were all working together, and there's like no cars anywhere, no planes flying overhead anymore. Like all this crap just shut down. Mm-hmm. And they had these planes, and it was like, dude, they ended up going out, like doing like raids and stuff. Not even really raids, but like searching for people and bringing them back and trying to get everybody acclimated. What's your job? What can you do? And they just started building this community and everything like that. And then it started getting into all of a sudden, after he was in these, he had one of those ultralight kind of things with the fan on it, and he was able to fly around all over the place. And he was searching all over, had mapped out miles and miles and miles of mountain ranges and all these different parts of the country. There's nobody around. He'd go through all these different cities. It's just totally vacant. And it was like, as he's doing this, and the two of them and other people that have joined them and everything like that, we're all searching around for other people to bring the community and everything like that. All of a sudden they come across this other city. Oh. They don't say what city it was or anything like that. But then all of a sudden it's like totally populated, tons of people. They realize that there's like a kind of a structure. There's people in charge kind of thing. Just as they're getting into that, dude, it comes to a point where it's like, and it ends. And I'm like, oh my God, like, this is fantastic. I got all geared up, dude. And I'm like, gotta go get the next one. So I started looking into it, researching it, bro.
The guy died.
Dude, the book was written by two brothers over the course of like 30 fucking years, dude.
Oh no.
So like the whole idea and everything was like these two brothers in Wisconsin, and like that's why somebody had recommended it because their father lived out there. I'm like, dude, this is dope.
So there's no second book.
That's it, dude. Done. Over. I'm like, you've got to be freaking kidding me, dude. It was good, dude. Like, I've legitimately.
Oh no.
There
What's
was
it called?
This 6-month period, dude, because I read the book like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, I could totally write
the second book.
I could totally write a sequel to this.
Do
and
it.
I felt like I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. It's been years. I don't even remember what the book is called.
Oh, okay.
Like, I literally went back because I was like, I read it like 2 or 3 times, of course. I don't have it anymore. And now thinking about it too, dude, and I'm like, dude, I really could, man. I really could. But then I'm like, why, dude? Why go off someone else's idea? I could just write a book. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just as a fun thing.
I suppose you got a point. I got a 2-year-old I got to raise, dude.
True.
I'll write the book when he's in college, dude, and I'm sitting around.
Yeah.
Wishing I fucking wrote it when I was younger. It'll take me 30 years and some schmuck in his 18s will fucking want to read it and be like, you never wrote a second one. I can finish this. The trilogy begins.
Oh man.
2086.
Have you ever read any of the Game of Thrones books?
No, not one drop.
Don't bother.
Not one word. Yeah, not one word.
I mean, they're good. They're good.
I'm sure they're phenomenal, but they seem like they are massively long, way too many characters. The details in that book
to be honest with you, I think somehow... See, that's the thing is I saw the shows, and then I listened to the audiobooks. So it was like, well, I understood what was going on a lot more. Like, I anticipated a lot of the stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the books that doesn't happen in the show.
Yeah, of course.
There's a lot more detail. Yeah,
Think about Harry Potter,
dude. Speaking of which, we're in the middle of rewatching the Harry Potter series right now.
Just finished it, dude. I have one more episode. I have the last number 2 to watch.
Dude,
Deadly Hallows.
Deathly Hallows. Well, 1 and 2 is what we have to watch. Dude, the first 2 movies, are trash.
Well, yeah, dude.
They are bad. They're bad movies.
They're kids' movies.
That's what I had to keep telling myself.
It's a kids' movie, dude. Those kids are fucking 7 years old. It's
no, I think they're 12. They're 12 when it starts.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not actually 12 in real life, but it gets to the point where like you clearly have like a 19-year-old playing a 15-year-old, and it just ain't working.
Yeah.
But point being that when I put that first movie on, I was like, oh my god. I think
I started with the Goblet of Fire. To be honest with you, I don't think I watched.
That's like what the fifth. It's like the 5th movie, the Goblet of Fire.
No, the Goblet of Fire is the.
It's the 4th. It's the 4th.
The 4th, yeah. Chamber of Secrets is the 2nd. Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire.
Yep. Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix. Half-Blood Prince.
That's what we just finished watching Half-Blood Prince last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The first couple movies are not good. They're not good.
Well, this is the thing. Though. You go from one end of the spectrum to the complete other end of the spectrum. Because wait till you watch the scenes in Deadly.
I know,
Deathly
dude.
Hallows.
It's such a dark movie,
intense,
dude.
It's dark.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I do like about those movies, dude. Is just in that reference alone.
They go from very silly, light.
They're very silly, goofy, young kids movies, dude, to like a
everybody
serious,
dying.
Legit, yeah, like those are legit. Dude, those books were phenomenal.
The books were really good. I started reading them like in 5th grade and just followed them until, I think there were probably 3 books out by the time I started getting into it.
I think the books were done by the time I started reading it.
Yeah,
I don't think I started reading them until the Goblet of Fire came out in video.
Okay. The movies started coming out before the books were done.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. By a couple of years. But anyway, dude, I put those first those kids cannot act for shit until the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
They don't learn. None of them learn how to act until then. Yeah. Also, the replacement Dumbledore is way better than the original. It's a shame It's a shame that he died, and I'm not happy that he died.
Yeah.
But the second Dumbledore's a better actor and nails it. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
They're good. I enjoyed them overall, but the acting is shit. Like when Harry's trying to look like he's in pain, he's like, my scar.
Oh, my thunderbolt hurts.
Yeah, and like Ron's supposed to be scared of some little thing every 5 minutes. He's like,
Yeah.
Come on, man, tone it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Where's the subtlety in your acting? There's nothing. Hermione is Emma Watson, shit actor. I'm sorry, she never gets good. She's always weird and awkward. Her body language is fucked up. Like the whole series, dude.
Yeah, I liked her in Beauty and the Beast though. That new Beauty and the Beast was good, dude.
Yeah, she was. You know what? You know what my problem with her being that she's Hermione, dude. I'm sorry. Like you could have picked anyone else to play that part. Practically anyone. But why did they not pick some no-name actress to play that part, dude? I couldn't see her as anybody other than Hermione from Harry Potter.
Well, yeah, especially because it's kind of like in that fantasy world.
Exactly.
All of a sudden,
dude.
It was like, oh, Hermione went got back, got her dad.
Oh, we meet her dad. Yeah.
Things with chickens, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's like, what the fuck? I couldn't buy it.
It was still in like that weird magical world.
Yeah,
that actually is
exactly,
a valid point, dude.
And overall, the movie, I did like the Beauty and the Beast. It was a great movie.
Great, dude.
But I really wish they could have picked somebody that I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of but you know what though, dude? There was a lot of people in that movie that you probably didn't realize were in that movie until towards the end.
Yeah, the people who play
Because
the
of all the-
animated, yeah,
All the
which
characters and
which is
everything.
fine because I didn't see
Yeah.
their face, so it wasn't weirded out. But the
Right.
whole time I'm like, Hermione's gonna
Yeah.
bang this monster dude. I don't know. This is weird.
I don't know. This is bang this monster dude. So do you think he like only wants to do it doggy style or
Probably
Right.
monster style. I don't know.
he's got like hyperextended
What are their
knees. That'd be
kids?
awkward otherwise.
His
Do you think
legs
he
bend.
has more or less
His legs
thrust
bend the
power?
wrong way. More or less what?
More or less thrust power.
Probably a lot
A
more.
lot more.
And
Well, he could probably just grab her and just bring him towards her much faster.
yeah, probably. Yeah, just all arms.
just all. Hey babe, you want to all arm me tonight? No, I do.
Like a Great Dane and a piglet or something.
Oh Jesus, so bad, dude. Oh my goodness,
Anyways,
dude. You know what cracks me up, man? Is the last conversation we had. Oh, sorry. We were totally talking about sharks, and look what I totally didn't show you.
one of your many shark books.
Bro, this is probably one of the coolest ones because it breaks up.
Oh,
It
I can't.
shows you all the different
Oh,
systems.
neat. I couldn't tell that from the
Look at-
front.
yeah,
It's
look
got
at, see,
clear
there's the
pages.
skeletal system.
Dude, remember
You know
when
what I mean?
books like that first started coming out? People were like, what? You can what?
Look at that. Like, there's like,
That's
it's
dope.
insane, dude. It's really cool, dude.
Wow.
Really good book. And it goes into detail, and it's got a bunch of different other sharks in it too. But the great white
Neat.
is obviously the main one. Like, I'm
The
jealous of
main
my
one.
kid if he gets into sharks later on in life. I'm like, dude, that would have been such a dope. I would have loved having that book when I was a kid.
Right?
But you know what? If I had this book when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I totally would have disregarded the "do not remove model from book" warning on it.
Yep. Yeah, you would have torn that,
That
shit
thing would
up.
have been in pieces, and I wouldn't have it anymore. So you know
Yep.
what? Now I just decided that Cameron's gonna wait until he's
Like 17,
not having
18.
that book. It's my book. You like it? Oh, you like that, Cameron?
Oh, that's Daddy's
You should
book.
go to Barnes and Noble, dude.
They got it.
They got it, dude. It's
Amazon?
funny, man. There's actually places where you go and buy books, and you can
Yeah.
go buy your own,
Yep.
and then we'll take the skeleton out of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what I was going to tell you, I just started reading a book called The Discoverers. And it's a book about like major discoveries and the stories around them.
Oh, that's
The-
cool.
Yeah, and the
Dude,
books.
did you hear about the mummy? The mummy in a sarcophagus they just found in Egypt?
Can I finish saying what I was going to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a really, really great teacher that I had in high school passed away recently.
Oh, I'm sorry to
yeah,
hear that.
Mr. Saggendorf, Marty Saggendorf, his science teacher. And he and I got along really well. And apparently, so one of the art teacher that I had, I saw she posted about it on Facebook, so she and I chatted about it a little bit. Apparently, I wrote with a couple other people, and I did the artwork for a comic book based on this science teacher that I barely remember doing, and she claims that she still has it somewhere.
No way.
Yeah, dude, and I don't remember the name of it, but he was like a mad scientist, and Mr. Saggendorf had a big swirly mustache, and this mad scientist's superpower was that his mustache could like turn into fists and hands and stuff. Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's so cool.
I can picture it in my head, but I barely remember
that's
making it.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, she said she was gonna look around for it one of these days. But anyway, so this happened. He passed away. I was bummed about it. I wrote something, I wrote something to her, whatever. And really, really sweet guy too. Really smart, inquisitive, the kind of person that can pique the interest of other people. You know what I mean? Who
Mhm.
knows how to talk about it, like very like in the way that Neil deGrasse Tyson can kind of like make things interesting to anyone. He was like that.
Yeah.
And the other day, Jessica's like, we have a shit ton of books in our bookshelf, and she just randomly pulls this book off the shelf, and she's like, "Is this your book?" And I'm like, "I think it is." She's like, "Where did it come from?" I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know. Look in the cover. Maybe it says something. Like my gut was like, look in the inside the dust cover. So she opens it, and it's a note to me from Mr.
him.
Saggendorf saying, "Hey, this is your book. Enjoy." I never fucking read it.
No shit.
It's like 750 pages.
Really?
The book is like this thick, dude. But
That's awesome.
yeah. So what I think I want to do is read. There's like chunks of it that are different topics, and I think I want to read through them and maybe do like a little monologue about my thoughts
That's
around
awesome,
it and
dude.
stuff. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Hell yeah, that's a great thing to do.
Yeah, because the book totally is right up my alley, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna read.
Well, that's usually that dude. That has a lot. Dude, that's like the thing that piques my interest the most. The
what?
stuff that we do, stuff that people had no idea existed,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden it's like, bloop.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Mhm.
at that!
We watched me and Jessica watched every Sunday. We have Educational Sunday, so we'll get up and make coffee and sit and watch some educational thing on TV. Which is
God, I'm jealous of that.
it's
Dude.
not the
Really.
yeah, it's not the only time we
Oh.
do it, but we make sure that that's what we do on Sunday before we do anything else. We get some educational thing on, and we'll pause it, talk about it, stuff like that. Really, just get the gears turning. And the
Bro.
one we just watched was called something about quantum physics, but it's about the history of quantum physics. And it was talking about like the invention of the light bulb was the start of the study of quantum physics because they couldn't figure out. Yeah, I was like, what? Where's this even going? The whole idea is that once they invented the light bulb, they figured out like when you put a very low amount of current into a light bulb, the filament burns red. And the more
Okay.
energy you put into it, it
The
goes
brighter it
red,
gets.
orange, yellow, and it gets more toward like bright yellows. But we know that they already knew the light spectrum goes red, orange, green, yellow, blue, indigo, violet, right? So it goes,
Right.
it should go up toward blues. But no matter how much energy you pump into a light bulb, it'll burn out before it turns blue. And they're like, why doesn't it ever turn blue? And
Why
so they
doesn't it
started
turn blue?
studying the what light is, what electrons are, and it went down this whole path. The answer to the question is that you need exponentially more energy to make blue light with that method than to make red light. So and it just each photon, like a blue photon, has like 1,000 to 100,000 times more energy within it than a red photon,
Than a red
basically.
one.
So but they had to like learn what quantum physics is and how it works to even answer that question. So the invention of the light bulb and the study of the light bulb is what
Sprung
kicked
up
off
the study
quantum
of
physics,
quantum
dude.
physics.
Bananas.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
really wild.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's really cool because the show it's on
Where'd you see it? Where'd you see
it's
it?
on Amazon.
What's it called?
I'll let you know, but it's something quantum physics. And it's like we watched there's 2 episodes. We only watched the first one and it's like an hour long. And we got 45 minutes in, I think, before there were any computer graphics or anything. The whole thing is like a guy throwing a ball at something and using it as a metaphor for some quantum physics thing, or him riding a bike, or like there's like super bare bones budget, but the guy's really good at explaining it, and he does everything with like actual physical props. It's really neat.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool, man. That's like 101.
Yeah, exactly. And they broke
You know
it
what I
down
mean?
really
That's
well.
fantastic.
Yeah, there was a couple points where I was like, they're kind of losing me. I don't quite get
Come on,
what
dude,
they're
you
saying.
almost lost me saying red to blue, bro.
Well,
You know what I mean?
well, good
Feel
luck with the
bad.
show then.
Huh?
I said, well, good luck with the show then.
Yeah, right. Oh man, that's cool though. Good. All right.
Yeah, it
I'll
was
check
really
that
neat.
out.
It was
That's
really
cool.
neat.
But good though, man. Yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome that he gave you that book and you didn't even know it. That's funny.
I know, man. So it's like
Yeah.
now I have to read it.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot
Um,
of situations, man, where it's, especially with teachers, man, like so many teachers that like really did have such a good positive influence on my life. Like one of them in one of my classes that I had, it was a metals class, and it's like Mr. Bussy. I like never ended up dropping out of class my senior year. I didn't need the credit anymore. I joined it.
Hold on a second. What the fuck
Tree
is
fall?
happening right now? Oh, the cat's over there fucking with something. Sorry.
The beast. Is she arm fucking something? Is she arm powering something? I joined metals class just because I wanted to build a sword, and then they wouldn't let us build swords anymore. So I'm like, fuck this class. But it sounds so stupid, but I never asked him to sign my yearbook,
Yeah.
and I was like so upset I never had him sign my yearbook.
Oh man.
And then he retired, and I couldn't go back.
Whatever.
It is what it is.
I tried a couple times. I went back, a couple years after to go visit my high school and visit the teachers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember one time, Josh was playing in the basketball tournament because every year they'd have a shop basketball tournament. So each shop would have a team, and they would play a tournament.
Yeah.
And I didn't even participate. I mean, my shop was full of like a bunch of like people that had no business playing basketball.
Engineering kind of guys.
Sure.
Engineering, architects.
It was just like people who like just for various reasons did not have any business playing basketball. So
Pencil pushers.
I think we opted out. Either we opted out or they allowed a couple people that wanted to play to just like
To go join
another team. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so Josh was playing, and I was like, well, fuck, and I was graduated already, because I think it's seniors only, and I was like, oh, I want to go see him play, so I go to the school, and I go in the door, and I see the principal, and I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, oh, not much. How you doing? And I was like, oh yeah, I just wanted to just see my brother playing the game, and he's like, no. I'm like, what? No? And he's like, no. You can't. Can't do it. And I'm like, I graduated third in my class, dude. Like, I wasn't a troublemaker or anything. Like, I was like a good example of a student here, and like I just want to hang out for like the next hour. You don't even have to let me in the gym. Just let me stand. It's like it's right there. Just let me stand in the door. I'm already almost there.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. Sorry, I can't do that. I was
Really?
like, what? Yeah, he was such a dick, dude. I never particularly liked the guy, but I thought we were on okay terms. And then he's like, nah, it's not allowed. I'm like, I know it's not allowed, but like I'm by myself. Nobody else is here. I just want to stand. Nobody's even going to see me. Just let me stand in the doorway.
It's like, go get a job, loser.
He was like, nope, rules are rules.
Rules are rules. Well, you know what, dude? Yeah, he's got to follow the rules. I get it.
I guess, but I was like, I just want to see my brother whoop some dudes' asses in basketball, but I guess whatever. Yeah. I'll never forgive him.
Never again.
Never. Robert Axon, never forgiven for that.
Axon.
So you started saying something when I wanted to talk about my book from the teacher. I said
mummy. There was a mummy that was
yeah.
discovered. There was a mummy that was in a sarcophagus that they thought was empty for the longest time because, like, obviously somebody was just like, "Yeah, put it in the box, ship it off." So nobody probably ever X-rayed it, or they didn't get to it, or they found something else. I would assume. I did not read anything about it. I just heard about it.
I didn't hear about it.
Mm-hmm. Seemed pretty cool. I'm gonna have to look into that.
That is cool.
Yeah. What the hell was the other thing I saw?
I actually saw something that I wanted to.
I gotta be honest, man. The majority of the stuff lately has just been political crap.
I avoid it at all costs.
Oh,
at all costs, I avoid it.
It's driving me crazy, dude. Legit, like the whole situation that's going on and everything with the gun debate and all this shit, dude. And it's just like, oh, you know what happens, man? Is every time.
I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it either. Good.
I really want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it either. It's
so we can talk about it one day if you want to, but I don't want to.
I don't think I do, dude. Now. I really don't think I want to. There's plenty of other channels and every.
Yeah,
other people
I don't need to do it, dude.
Stuff.
The long and short of it, it sucks that people want to kill other people.
Well, that's period. It
really
doesn't make a difference, dude, because they're gonna do it anyway.
Let's
not talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
We can just say that it sucks. There's no easy solution, and I don't know what else really to say at this point.
Yeah.
So you want to hear this? This is a cool thing that I found. So, all right, listen carefully to this. A newly discovered network of fluid-filled channels in the human body may be a previously unknown organ, and it seems to help transport cancer cells around the body if you have cancer. So I guess the whole idea there, I read a little bit into it, and I guess the whole idea is apparently somebody accidentally discovered these like channels that go around in between organs in your body that nobody discovered before, because as soon as you cut into a body, the channel empties out and flattens and doesn't have structure anymore. And they don't really know what its purpose is. And they think that it might have something to do with the lymphatic system. They think that it might contribute to when cancer metastasizes and spreads around the body. They think it might travel through this and not necessarily the bloodstream like was previously thought, I think. But, like, holy shit.
Yeah,
2018, they're discovering
they're thinking that it might be another huge organ.
Well, it's a
like
tricky
a
way to
skin
put
organ?
it, because I think what yes, along those same lines, but I think the the kind of, I don't know, I guess naysayers of that are just like, well, it seems to be maybe more of an extension of the lymphatic system. What are you looking at?
I think I might be looking at a UFO, to be honest with you.
Well, if you don't know what it is, that is what you're looking at.
Well, as of right now, it's a UFO.
Right.
There's always lights. Where I sit right here, dude,
Yeah.
is a straight shot to
The sky.
it's a plane. No, it's a straight shot to a hill that's equal to the height of my house, but where my road is, you know how the hill
Yeah,
that goes
yeah.
up towards my buddies, it's way lower. So I'll see cars coming down the hill.
Oh,
But
no
it
shit.
seemed like it started right about the same, like right where I sit, dude. I can see
Mhm.
cars going up and down the hill from my direction, but they're probably about 100 feet above
Oh,
me.
that's so funny because this whole time we've been doing this, for some reason I've been thinking that because you have a window to your left,
It's right
and then
here.
and then straight in front of you is the door to go outside.
The door will go outside.
I've been thinking for some reason that you are sitting to the left of where you are, and I forgot there was a window there. But that makes a lot more sense now.
It's a small prop plane too.
Oh, you can hear
I
it?
can hear it. I can hear it. And that's the thing that threw me off because normally I wouldn't see planes right there.
Mm.
Helicopters traffic is behind me this way, and plane traffic is way out that way. But it was like,
So, back to movies.
sorry.
This is a movie episode, apparently. Movie and
There's
books.
nothing. But you know what, Jake? I'm surprised that you and I don't do that. Why don't we both commit to a movie that we both have access to? Watch it at some point during the week. That's a thing we just developed. Okay, that's going to be the thing we do every single episode now, because it's going to be able to spawn off. Our conversations are going to flow like they normally would. So we'll talk about that later. But
Okay.
go ahead.
Anyways, did you see the Jumanji movie?
No, I have not. But Lauren,
That can be it.
cannot
Let's
wait.
let's
dude.
do our
Lauren is so
first
pumped
one.
to see that too, dude.
Let's make that be our first one, dude, because
All right.
I really want to watch it. Because when I heard they were doing a Jumanji movie, I was like, no. Robin Williams is dead. Don't do it. You can't do it. They're going to
Jack
fuck
Black
it up.
is going to be playing a 17-year-old girl, bro. It's going to be hilarious, dude. The Rock is playing some skinny dweeby kid, and
Who the fuck else ever? Doesn't matter.
Oh,
It
it's
doesn't
gonna be
matter.
freaking phenomenal.
Jack Black is an guaranteed watch for me right now.
Do you're a big Jack Black fan?
I am a huge Jack Black fan.
Case in point, Tropic Thunder.
Yes. Like, Jack Black, he's just, everybody should be more like Jack Black.
He's hilarious, dude. You know what, dude? Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny, dude. I never saw that movie, and I bought it.
You don't know, you haven't seen it?
Oh, I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
But I had never seen it.
Oh, you bought it
and I just
knowing
went out and
knowing
bought
that it was a good purchase.
Exactly.
It's so
Yes.
good, dude. The scene when he's going down the river and it's the
That's
strawberry
the best scene
river.
of the entire movie.
It's the best
100%.
scene in
Let's go
any.
down the Strawberry River.
And then it cuts to the hurricane, and he's like, ah, and he's like dying, dude. Oh, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything that makes me laugh as genuinely as that scene does every time I watch it. Every time, and I know it's coming.
Come your baby says you already are, JP.
You already are.
You already are.
And I didn't know that was John C.
John
Reilly
C. Reilly.
forever after seeing that, dude.
So funny, dude.
Such an amazing
Already
movie.
are, JP.
I was listening to an interview with Jack Black the other day, and the guy was like, why don't you guys make serious music? You could be so good. And he's like, because not enough people are doing what we're doing. More people should make music the way we make.
Absolutely, dude.
Like-
I have the soundtrack to that in my truck. Tenacious D and Pick of Destiny.
So good.
Hilarious, dude.
So good.
When you think we're gonna rock and fucking roll, rock and cock, because we fucking rock. It's so great,
Dude, it's so good. Master Exploder is the single greatest song ever performed.
I don't even know how it goes.
I do not need. He does not need.
Microphone. Yes,
Dude,
that
it's
song.
so
And what's
good.
the other one that I absolutely love?
The Pick of Destiny song is amazing.
Yeah, there are tons.
But they have other music that's amazing too.
Yeah,
That's not from that
actually,
album.
The dude that ruins movies for me,
Mhm.
was ruining movies for me for quite a long time. He actually made me a couple good copies of that. like a couple good Tenacious D CDs
Oh, okay.
that I've rocked in my truck for a while.
I don't think. I feel like they might be working on something new. I'm not sure. That song Master Exploder, they can't perform it live.
No.
They play it in the background and act it out every time because it's too
Really?
difficult to play. I think I've seen
Yeah.
them maybe perform it once, but you can't really find a performance of it because it's just too difficult of a song
You
to
know
play.
what? We went to go see Weird Al. I was into Weird Al for a long time. He came out with a CD called Poodle Hat.
By the way, Weird Al does not do a thing for me, but continue.
Really?
Not a thing. I'm not into the parody stuff, dude. I'm not. It
Well, he's
doesn't.
really the only. You're not into Weird Al shit. It's not even
Yeah,
the
but I
parody
don't.
stuff. Who else does parody now?
Yeah, but there's plenty of people. Like, say for example, like the epic rap battles of history and stuff like that, where people.
Yeah,
It's like
I don't like
Abraham
it.
Lincoln rapping against Hitler or what the fuck ever. I don't find any
like it.
enjoyment watching
No.
that kind of stuff. And Weird Al in my brain is in that same kind of category. But for some reason, Tenacious D, the silly music
Well,
that they do,
it's not parody.
it's not parody, but it's
That's
silly
why
on
it's not
purpose.
parody.
It's silly on purpose, but it's
But it's
so
not parody.
fucking well done.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
thing.
not
It's like,
parody either.
are you familiar with Lil Dicky, the rapper?
Nope.
He's like this new. He's not new. It's like maybe the last 4 or 5 years he's kind of been around, and he is a non-serious rapper. So the thing about him is like the beats that he raps over are amazing, very well produced. His delivery is awesome. He's got multiple different flows. His lyrics are fucking amazing, but it's very self-deprecating, funny, silly. Like he's like a skinny white guy, like is
You know who I
Jewish
really
dude.
liked, dude, was Watsky. There was this song. You ever hear that kid?
Oh yeah.
Watsky. He looks like Michael Cera's big brother.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Dude, he had a song he had this one song. Castro actually showed it to me, and I was like, "This song's dope, bro. That kid could rap." But no, I hear you, dude. But anyway,
There's a fine line for me between non-serious music and just being too silly.
Well, parody is another thing. But this is the thing: is Poodle Hat had some really good songs in it, but it had this one called Hardware Store.
Okay, and it was a
And it was
parody
like-
of.
Huh?
What was it a parody of?
No, it was original. It
Oh
wasn't a
really?
parody.
Oh no shit.
Oh yeah, no. That's the thing, dude. Is Weird Al? His popular songs are parodies,
Right.
but he has a lot of songs on his CD that are goofball,
Just
funny
original
songs,
songs.
dude.
No shit. I
Oh,
thought it was
yeah,
all
dude.
parody stuff.
No. Weird
Ah,
Al's
okay.
and he's a phenomenal performer.
Oh, for sure. I
It's
don't
just-
doubt
you
that.
just hear of like
He's
Amish
talented.
Paradise and who's fat and like stuff like that, dude. But he's got a lot of original songs that he does. But
Okay.
he's got this one that's called Hardware Store off CD Poodle Hat. Fantastic, dude. Really funny, but it literally is like we're standing in line. We're waiting for the big opening. And he's talking about like we're heading down to the hardware store. They've got and then he just starts going socket wrenches and he's got this really good beat behind it, dude, but it's just him sprawling out all the crap that they have at the hardware store
Yeah.
from like and it's written well and it's
Mhm.
crazy, dude. And me and Castro were so pumped to go see him in concert. We've seen him in concert a couple times. And he goes, "Hey man, Poodle Hat's doing really good. Happy everybody's a big fan and everything. If you came to see us do hardware store, it's not going to happen because nobody can perform that live."
Oh
And it was
wow.
like, yeah, and it was
No.
just like, no. Oh yeah, dude. We were both just
Oh.
like, no.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh, it was so funny because Castro actually knew all the lyrics.
he could have.
Castro-
He could have just lip synced it.
Yeah, but why?
You wouldn't have known.
No, probably not. Wouldn't have cared either.
No, exactly. So he should have just done it.
It goes so that gives you a better idea of kind of artist he is. He's like, no, we're not going to bullshit you.
Well, you know what too? I one thing I have heard about him is that legally, he can parody anything he wants and not get in trouble for copyright infringement. But he does ask every
Permission.
artist that he parodies. Yep.
And
And
if
if they say no,
he won't do it.
exactly.
Mhm.
Even though he could legally and
Yeah.
not there be no repercussions.
Yeah.
So
What
I
is
guess
that
he's
called?
just a what?
I know what that is. I know what that's called. Like the reason why you are allowed to parody anybody.
Oh, it's called fair use.
Oh yeah, the Fair Use Act.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, it's
Go
a
ahead, what were you
parody.
about to say?
Yeah, it's a parody. So, but yeah, not a huge fan of Weird Al.
No, that's it, dude. Now I gotta send you the link to Hardware Store.
But by the way, yeah. So Jumanji,
Mhm.
at first I was like, I don't want anything to do with it. And then I see Jack
Yeah.
Black, and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
And I see The
Yeah.
Rock, and he's playing a girl, and I'm like, you know what? This movie can't be bad.
No, it
It
can't
can't
be.
be bad.
It can't be.
And
It's
of
gonna
course,
be
and
good.
you know what? Of course, they went the video game route. You can't not go the video game route for the sequel in 2018. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And especially because they're kind of making it like an old school, like Nintendo-esque kind of cartridge game console, weren't they?
Yeah, I think so. But you
Yeah.
know, yeah, they were. But of course, I'm glad that they didn't make the game. They didn't make it like, oh, that's some kind of weird first person like video game esque style. It's just that
No,
what
dude,
happens is they have an avatar that's not like them at all because of who they chose at the beginning of the game, and they're inside the
Right.
game, and
Yes.
and I think I'm under the impression that the way them dying and respawning is a plot device in that movie, which I'm very excited to see. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm
Why
pretty
would
sure.
You never told me that.
Well,
you
I'm not
son of a-
sure. I'm not
That's
sure.
spoiler shit stuff to me.
I haven't
dude.
seen it.
It doesn't matter, dude, because see, like that's one of the reasons though, dude, is if I know a movie's coming out and all I need to do is like you said, dude, Jack Black's in it, there's a hot redheaded chick in it. I'm fucking down, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's gonna be great.
Oh, oh man.
Oh, and
you
can I make you
really
even more
fun.
jealous? It's playing at a movie theater down the street for $3.
Go. Why would
I'm
you
gonna-
be going?
I'm-
Wait a minute, is it still in theaters?
No, this theater gets movies
No.
late. It's the brewery, the pizza place and brewery.
It's a movie theater too?
It's a movie theater and a brewery and a pizza place, and they get movies like a month late, and it's $3 to get in, and it's legit. Like the sound and picture is legit.
That sucks.
And there's a whole table. You can order food, get a buzzer, go pick up your pizza at the back of the room. It's great. How's Woke
All
It,
right.
by the way?
So it's fantastic. I love it. I don't hear anything in the morning. There's
I
zero
know,
noise here.
dude. I hear noise all fucking
Yeah,
day
I
long.
legitimately woke up yesterday morning.
You know what's really cool is they're actually rebuilding the train tracks by my house. So for the last
Yeah.
like 2 weeks and for the next 2 weeks, just digging, grinding all the fucking time.
Oh, that sucks. See, dude, knock on wood, I pray to God that I don't have a situation where they start doing major construction. They're supposed to be building a house like two plots down from me this summer. And I have a feeling there's a lot of rock that they might have to blast through, and that'll piss me off.
Do you think so?
But it'll only be for summer. Yeah, there's a lot of rock. It's on
For a house? You think you have to blast rock for a house?
If it's in the freaking way, dude.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'm hoping that they go and they're like, yeah, we're not gonna blast here.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
But dude, I woke up. It wasn't Sunday morning. Oh, it might have been Sunday morning. Lauren left
Mm-hmm.
to go drop the boys off. I had Steven and Jonathan since Friday. They
Mhm.
slept over Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday morning they all left the house and I fell back asleep in bed. And I
Yeah.
woke up, and this has happened to me a lot of times recently. I'll be laying in bed, like with my eyes shut, and I'll open my eyes and I'm looking around and I think that like I've lost my hearing
Oh,
because
'cause
there
it's
is
so quiet.
it is so quiet. Like if the air's not on in the house,
Yeah.
there's no cars driving by, bro. No birds chirping, dude. It is so quiet around here. It like legitimately scared me. Like-
Have you ever gone outside, like if you're home by yourself, you go outside and like no cars go by for a couple minutes and you're like, oh, everyone's dead.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
This is it. I'm the
Hey,
only
there's-
one.
hey,
I'm the only one
legitimately,
left.
Dude, since I've been sitting here, since we've been sitting here, I think there's been maybe 3 cars that I've noticed.
That's awesome.
We've been doing this for at least an hour. You and I have been.
Yeah,
on
your
for
road
almost-
your road isn't exactly a cut through to anywhere, and down
Only
at
if you
your
live
end.
on it, dude.
Yeah.
Only if you live on it. You're going one way to the store and then another way to Cumberland Farms. That's it. And this is the thing that blows my mind, dude. Is I'm not far from anything.
No, you're
I'm
not.
kind of far from the highway, but I can get
Yeah, you
pretty
can
much
get
anywhere in
everywhere.
the
10,
state
15,
still in
yeah,
an hour. But that's
Yeah.
Connecticut's small, dude. Connecticut's tiny.
kind of gets real small.
But
God
this
damn
is
it.
one of those weird spots where cats just walk right in front of cameras.
It is a
know what I
weird
mean?
spot for that. It's like a hot spot, like the
a
Bermuda
hot spot,
Triangle
dude.
of cats.
Doesn't matter
coming in
rhyme or
front of
reason,
stuff.
dude. Black, white, indifferent. It doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah.
Calicos, they just boom. And the
Yeah.
thing is, too, dude, is the consistency of it is it's so sporadic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I used to date this girl that used to do that.
The cat's
It's
tail.
the best thing ever. I'm like, you're a fucking weirdo. You're one of those people that has to pop every bubble.
Well, it's almost almost 10 o'clock. So I say we wrap this up and
I'm good with that too.
reconvene post Jumanji viewing.
Yes. I'll do my best. When's it come out on DVD or Redbox?
I don't know.
That's the thing.
It might already be out. It might already be. Okay, Google.
I think Lauren mentioned that it was.
When is the Jumanji DVD release date?
No, Redbox. Because I'm
Same
not gonna
date.
buy it.
It's already out.
It's out on Redbox.
March 20th. Yeah.
Perfect.
It hits Redbox the day the DVD comes out.
No, it doesn't. Not all the time.
Most big movies do.
Ragnarok didn't.
Well, it's out on Redbox now.
It is right now, but it came out February 20th on DVD, and it didn't come out until March 12th.
February 20th on DVD? There's no way that's accurate.
It's why? What?
Oh, more than a month ago, Thor hit DVD?
Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost positive, dude. I could be wrong, but I thought it was around there.
DVD release date. March 6th.
Okay, there you go. Okay. So when did it come out in Redbox? Not the same day.
No, probably not. But it wasn't in February. But anyway, this was great.
Yeah.
I missed you.
Fun. I missed you too, man. It had been way too long, dude.
It really had, but I was having a great time in the meantime.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for checking us out. This was not live, by the way.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. Yeah, so...
What do you mean you didn't think so? Like somebody else mysteriously said, hey, but
Yeah.
we're going to play it live.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, thanks for listening. Rate, review, subscribe, all that happy stuff. And we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, that was great, dude.